From the land of the long white cloud, the city of sails, Auckland, New Zealand, a country rich in Maori culture, for the first time ever, with the Auckland Sky Tower looming overhead. Welcome to the reckoning from the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing the New Zealand war dance to Haka, please welcome Auckland's own Tamatua Warriors.
Center in beautiful Auckland, New Zealand, for the first time ever in this country's history. A live pay-per-view welcome to the reckoning from the World Wrestling All-Stars. Jeremy Borash along with Glenn Gilberti at ringside, getting ready for a wild night. Unification match tonight, Sting versus Jarrett. More on that later. Let's go to David Pencer in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the opening contest on the World Wrestling All-Stars, The Reckoning. Introducing first, from Sydney, Australia, weighing 250 pounds, Mark Mercedes.
250 pounds of Australian native. This is Mark Mercedes, a giant man trained by Dean Malenko.
That's right, New Zealand, you heard it. My name is Mark Mercedes, and I'm from New South Wales, Australia.
An obvious rivalry between countries.
Let me tell you, that Australia has dominated New Zealand in the cricket, in the football, and in the rugby league.
Oh boy.
You people can kiss my ass.
Mark Mercedes.
I find it very unusual a guy would wait all this time to come to New Zealand and say that.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent in this one-fall contest, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 270 pounds, he is the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner!
The dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner returns to the ring of the World Wrestling All-Stars in his second pay-per-view appearance. Last time out, Steiner made very quick work of Lenny and Lodi in Las Vegas, and well, this time Steiner returns to singles action, where he has shown time and time again to be just as impressive in true Steiner fashion. World Television Championship and a former IWGP Tag Team Champion in Japan.
Wow. Rick Steiner obviously has a long list of accomplishments.
Here, listen to you talk shit. You better get in this ring before one of these New Zealand boys comes down and beats your ass.
I see quite a few volunteers here at the North Shore Event Center. Live, we are live from the World Wrestling All-Stars.
I got one thing I go by. You want some? You come get some. You don't like me?
Well, if Mark Mercedes thought this would be an easy night out against the dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner, sadly mistaken. Look out, they're out to the...
Oh, they're going in. Well, we got a per-six brawl to start this thing off.
Live rounds being fired off by Steiner. Mercedes.
Well, I gotta tell you, Jeremy, there's a rabid crowd here in Auckland, New Zealand. I mean, these guys want blood.
Well, this country has been waiting and has deserved pay-per-view action, has deserved a live television broadcast from their country for quite some time. I know firsthand, Glenn, that these fans have been wanting and needing and really have been emailing us, wanting the World Wrestling All-Stars to come to New Zealand. And what a warm reception we've had already. There's a dog-faced gremlin back body drop to Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes, I didn't really like the strategy. Comes out here, pisses off the fans, pisses off Steiner, and now he's getting the hell beat out of him out there. He deserves it.
A cross-face Steiner now known for those submission holds. He can beat you any way he really pleases. Whether it's power moves, whether it's strikes to the head. Steiner has shown time and time again.
And
The
Rick Steiner,
dog-faced gremlin is an opponent not to be taken lightly, and Mark Mercedes is finding that out firsthand.
and one of the most accomplished amateur wrestlers in the business. Rick Steiner won numerous titles on the collegiate level before he became a pro. And he's got the hardest head I've ever hit in my life. I think I broke my pinky hitting him on the head one time.
Faced him earlier on the WWA tour. Of course, we've been to Sydney. We've been to Melbourne. Beautiful. German release suplex from Mark Mercedes. Cover two. Not going to do it.
Wow, Mark Mercedes showing something here. Mark Mercedes trained by Dean Malenko in the professional wrestling business.
Fans letting their feelings of the Australians well known here.
Yeah.
I think we may have the crowd left over from the Auckland Blues win last night.
Yeah, absolutely. They won the hard 12, the
Super 12.
Super 12 championship. Yeah, I watched that thing. And rugby's a violent sport. They got like 3 or 4 guys got knocked out.
Well, certainly. Auckland in a very good mood after last night's Blues win. Super 12 Rugby Union Championship last night.
Look at this. Mark Mercedes in control. He's turned this match around. You can say what you want about Rick Steiner, but I have to point out, one of the fans has a sign that says, DFG has rabies. Does Rick Steiner have rabies?
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, he has a headlock on him, courtesy of Mark Mercedes. Referee Falsey Young for the World Wrestling All-Stars, making sure, keeping a close eye on things. So good to be here in Auckland.
Yeah,
So nice to be here in New Zealand. These fans are as rabid as any fans I've seen anywhere in the globe. We've been around the world with the World Wrestling All-Stars. Last time out in Scotland, Melbourne, Sydney. And you can tell these fans have wanted action here in New Zealand for quite some time.
This is a lot of energy here in this building. It is a real culture count. Here comes Rick Steiner back.
Second Steiner line takes down Mark Mercedes.
He tossed him around like a bag of potatoes.
Almost called that a Northern Lights release suplex. He just threw him right over his head. To the second rope now. Cut off midway by Mercedes.
Yeah, Rick Steiner was going for a high-risk maneuver trying to climb the ropes. That was a mistake. Too early in the match for that.
One thing you can say about Mercedes, a strong submission background, has shown time and time again that he can actually, he's very versatile, no doubt about it. For a big guy, for the size he has, look at this. Attempting a high-risk maneuver instead. Steiner down to the top rope. Steiner!
Oh, big bulldog.
Huge bulldog. And that's going to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner!
secures the victory. Our opening contest here for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Rick Steiner returns to pay-per-view. And so far, gang, we can tell you that tonight, yet to come, we're going to be paying a visit, or be paying a visit, by none other than Bret Hart. Bret Hart returning to the ring and for the World Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly Bret has been through just an incredible 12 months, no doubt about it. Bret Hart returns tonight, and we'll have some words for the fans. We also want to tell you later on tonight, unification match for the NWA and WWA World Heavyweight titles. 2 titles on the line, title versus title, WWA versus NWA, Sting versus Jarrett. 2 men will enter.
What's going on?
What's going on here? The lights have
run out of power in this place, Jeremy.
The lights have gone out. North Shore Event Center. What is that?
Up here!
I'm at a loss.
No, yeah, somebody's in the...
Up here, doofus!
We're seeing something up in the... We're seeing something. Where are they?
I don't know.
The spotlights are shining
we're
around the
looking for
arena.
somebody. Oh, wait a minute.
And up in the rafters.
Wait, look at that.
Scanning the audio. I can't see it. I'm looking up.
New Zealand!
There he is. The man they call Sting.
Stu Singer is in the house! And I didn't come here just to mess around because I know where I am. I'm in Kiwi country! And I came dressed appropriately. I'm back in black. Since black is the color around here, this baseball bat represents the All Blacks.
Yes, the elite team of rugby players.
Best in the
And
world.
Jeff Jarrett, that little guitar of yours is nothing but an Aussie wallaby. WWA World Title, NWA World Title. Jeff Jarrett, it's showtime. Woo!
The Stinger is here and set to do battle tonight. Title versus title for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Obviously a flair for the dramatic.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 3-way dance scheduled for 1 fall. All 3 men will be in the ring at the same time. The first participant to score a pinfall or submission will be declared the winner. Introducing first from Chicago. He stands 4 feet 4 inches tall and weighs 150 pounds. Puppet, the Midget Killer.
For the uninformed, Puppet the Midget Killer making his 4th pay-per-view appearance for the World Wrestling All-Stars. If you saw a midget in a movie in the 1990s, it was probably Puppet. He was in Batman movies. He's been on Martin, Tales of the Crypt, the ringleader of Bludgeons, BloodyMidgets.com. And his goal in life is to eradicate the world of midgets. That includes, he says, anyone 5 feet and under. That's Gary Coleman, Emmanuel Lewis.
Yeah, and also my former little Chinese voodoo girl girlfriend.
Turn off the music. A midget wants to talk.
She never hurt anybody, Jeremy.
You guys gotta be a bunch of idiots. When I come out into the ring, you stand up, shut up, and bow to me. You know why? Because midgets are the true stars of this world. That's right. Ever since I've been a child, you stopped and stared at me, and every star wants to be stared at. So you ask yourself, Puppet, why do you call yourself the Midget Killer?
I'm dying to know why he calls himself the Midget.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Because if I break down and destroy every midget on this planet, guess who would be left?
That would be Puppet, I guess.
That's right. Puppet, the midget killer, and I would be the true star.
Well, it's an interesting approach.
I mean, it's kind of a radical method to kill everybody else to make yourself the only one left.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next participant in the three-way dance hails from New York City, standing 4 foot 8 inches tall and weighing 250 pounds. He is the world's largest midget, Meatball.
Yes, the giants of all midgets. They call him the world's biggest midget. Here on Jerry Springer, where he recently stalked a full-figure girl he had a one-night stand with.
Did he really? This guy's a pervert. As you see to the strip joints.
Puppet, puppet. Everywhere I go, you're always running your mouth. How do you destroy every midget? Well, guess what? You haven't destroyed this one yet.
Now, is a term full-grown midget?
But right now, me and you, we got a little problem. A little bastard Tio in the back.
Whoa. 2 minutes, obviously, decided to team up on the other midget. We got midget violence prepared to go on here.
And finally, from Gary, Indiana, standing 3 feet 11 inches tall, weighing 95 pounds. He is the world's smallest extreme athlete, standing for total outstanding. Here is Tio.
Yeah, look out for Tio. Outstanding, the world's smallest extreme athlete. Everywhere he goes, it's a party when Tio's around, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Tio's really fun in the club. You should see this guy in the dance floor. The chicks love him. Meatball, on the other hand, different story. Gropes every girl. Kind of reminds you of like a younger, smaller David Penzer. And Puppet, I don't know what his problem is. He wants to kill all the midgets.
The match gets underway quickly. Puppet goes for a roll-up on Meatball. And look at the size of Meatball.
Well, Meatball just kind of, well, I guess you can't really say hulking up because he's so short, he kind of just hulked down on him. Did you notice that?
Well, according to Meatball, look out, goes in for the clothesline, does it? Puppet now. Some all right hands. Back and forth.
Wow, Tio's going to town.
Now be on the lookout for Meatball's size and strength. He isn't afraid to use it. As a move, he calls the Jaeger Bomb, named after his favorite drink, a mixture of Jägermeister and Red Bull.
The Jaeger Bomb?
Yes.
That's his favorite drink is Jägermeister Red Bull.
And he's named a move down.
Do you know how drunk you can get drinking that?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, we're going to try tonight after the show.
Meatball now whips Tio into the corner, goes for a splash, does not connect. Tio so quick.
Did Meatball, was he half the team spaghetti and meatballs?
Well, I'll tell you what. Every midget for himself in this three-way midget match.
This is a first ever for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Well, you see a lot of firsts with the WWA, no doubt about it. Look out.
Oh, yes.
Tio now. There he is. Totally outstanding. Drop toe holds Puppet into the meatballs.
Boy, this crowd's really eating it up. I love the energy in this building, Jeremy.
Here we go, into the ropes now. Puppet goes for a cross body block. Down goes Puppet. Meatball makes the save. Three-way dance, first pin, wins. Simple as that.
Jeremy, when I went to college, when I finished, I didn't think I'd be sitting in the middle of Auckland, New Zealand, commentating a match between Puppet, Meatball, and Tio.
Well, dreams can come true, Glenn Gilbert. Body slam there by the giant Meatball. Look at that. There it is. The Jaeger Bomb. The Jaeger Bomb by Meatball. Cartwheel into an elbow drop. Meatball makes the save. Tio goes for the cover. Referee Fozzie Young with his hands full in this one.
Yeah, he is. Oh, wow. He just got a bitch slapped him right upside the head.
Into the ropes now goes Tio. Meatball misses the clothesline. There we go. Meatball so agile.
I think Meatball may have had a couple Jaeger bombs before the match. He looks like he's a little bit drunk right now.
Tio, who has scored a technical knockout against Beetlejuice of the Howard Stern Show on a recent edition of Tough Man.
He beat up Beetlejuice?
Oh, wait a minute now. Puppet holding Tio. Getting ready for, oh, look at that. A monster splash connects to Puppet. Tio looking to capitalize on this. Tio looks to the crowd. Here it comes.
David's furious. He didn't get to kill anybody that match. He's pissed.
Unbelievable win for Tio. This World Wrestling All-Stars three-way midget match. Let's take it back just moments ago.
Look at Tio getting down in there.
From the top rope, Swanton Bomb connects to the rather portly Meatball.
Meatball needs to hit the gym. I mean, just being fat and being short is going to get you nowhere in life.
Yet to come tonight, we are going to see a four-way cruiserweight match. Two of the participants, Johnny Swinger and Frankie, the future Kazarian. We caught up with them earlier today. Let's take a look.
Tonight, Johnny Swinger makes a statement. A statement loud and clear. You see, my destiny was written a long time ago. And finally, that destiny will come to fruition at the expense of Jerry Lynn, Chris Sabin, and Frankie Kazarian. And when I walk out and I leave Auckland, New Zealand with the NWA, TNA, X Division, and WWA Cruiserweight Championship belts, everybody inside and outside of this business that has ever doubted me before can line up one by one and kiss my championship ass.
You know, not only am I just an exceptionally handsome man, apparently this guy thinks so too, but I'm also the future, Frankie Kazarian. And as great of a time as I've had in New Zealand so far, the fun stops tonight. Because I'm in the ring with two of the top cruiserweights in the world and Johnny Swinger. And I have a chance to win not one, but two titles. So tonight, everybody here in New Zealand and everybody watching all around the world will find out why I am the future, and the future looks good.
Wow. Let's go to David Penzer.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest at The Reckoning is a hardcore match. There is no disqualification, no time limit. Weapons are legal. Pinfalls count anywhere in the building, and there must be a winner. Introducing first, weighing 233 pounds, Devon Storm.
Devon Storm, who has had a series of fantastic matches on WWA pay-per-view. Let's look back now a year ago in Melbourne when it was Devon Storm versus Sabu in one of the most barbaric cage matches I've ever witnessed before. Tonight, hardcore rules apply. His opponent about to make his way to the ring.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Mexico City, weighing 235 pounds, Konnan.
Well, what can you say about Konnan? Time and time again has shown incredible lucha libre knowledge. A great submissions wrestler, a great, pretty much the father of lucha libre, introducing it to the United States. Now he steps into the ring in a hardcore match. A little different from what we're used to seeing from Konnan.
Yeah, absolutely. The guy's definitely on street, though. A definite, legit thug. I got to favor Konnan in this match. If he takes this match to the streets like I know he can, he could really hurt Devon Storm, I think.
All right, it's Konnan, Devon Storm. You heard David Penzer. Falls count anywhere. No rules, no disqualification. Hardcore match. Pretty much anything goes in this one, gang. It's the reckoning from the World Wrestling All-Stars. So glad to be here in New Zealand, as I mentioned before. These fans have been so welcoming to each and every athlete. And Konnan right away taking it to Devon Storm.
Yeah,
Storm, by the way.
He needs to stay on him. He just wear him down, because Devon Storm's kind of like an anomaly. He's got a very bizarre style, very violent, very masochistic.
Well, he has shown that time and time again. Look out. Oh. Singapore cane to the midsection of Konnan. Right across the back, now the lower back of Konnan. Devon Storm knows how to use those hardcore weapons. Very experienced. In fact, a former WCW hardcore champion gets a 2 count on Konnan early on here. Drops the leg. Goes for another quick pin. Not going to put Konnan away that quick.
No, absolutely not. That's ridiculous. I mean, you get all these weapons at your disposal. You're trying wrestling maneuvers. I don't know what the strategy is, but it's pretty stupid.
Well, you can catch an opponent off guard from time to time, no doubt about it. Devon Storm trying a unique approach. Headbutts time and time again to the forehead of Konnan. Devon Storm, a 10-year pro. held that WCW Hardcore Championship, WCW Tag Team Champion as well, and a former WCW Cruiserweight Champion. Number of bouts to his record. Right over the top rope, springboard in.
Well, I'm just waiting for these guys to start using the weapons. I mean, I can see enough wrestling now, but I want to see some freaking violence. Bash him over the skull with a chair. Take a knife and try and stab him in the gut. Pull out a gun and shoot him between the eyes. That's hardcore wrestling in my book.
I have yet to see that happen, but...
Well, we can only hope and wish. If we can have like a death on this show, I mean, I think that'd be great for Byrace.
Here we go. Konnan has a chair right across the back of Devon Storm. Let's think back to the revolution of the World Wrestling All-Stars when Devon Storm and Sabu had an incredible match in Las Vegas. Next time out, the Eruption pay-per-view, the cage match.
Yes.
Devon Storm, Sabu splitting at 1-1. Tonight, Konnan attempts to take it hardcore against Devon Storm. Right across the head, the garbage can connects.
Boy, growing up in Mexico City, of course, I'm selling a lot of garbage cans there. Konnan, very proficient with the garbage cans. I think before he got into professional wrestling, he was either some type of busboy or a cab driver or a garbage collector.
Well, if history is any indication, look at this. Devon Storm's getting the cat back in.
There we go, face buster.
Konnan is well, there's a rolling clothesline.
Wow, popped him right out of the ring. Good move by Konnan.
Konnan very good with the submission maneuvers, which will not really help him much in this kind of a match. We all know the Tequila Sunrise, the single leg Boston Crab with an arm lock. Of course, the Cradle DDT he's used as well. He's called 187.
What is he called?
The 187.
The 187.
One of the protective barriers at ringside.
Trying to set up some type of stunt.
Devon Storm. Right into that protective barrier and right onto the steel platform.
When he pulled the barrier away, did the fans start spilling into the ringside area? I don't know. Security holding them back.
Well, thankfully, security is doing a fine job as always. They're battling up the ramp now.
Well, what are they doing over here? They're going up to that.
Look out.
Oh, no.
Be very careful there.
Come on. That's uncalled for. Come on. He just hit him over the head with the Polynesian phallic god.
Oh, look at the referee.
No rules.
There really are no rules. We mentioned it before. Hardcore match. Anything goes. I suppose, technically, you can't really get disqualified for throwing just about anything at the referee. Oh, wait a minute.
No, what are they doing?
Be very careful. I'm sure this is...
Is Konnan dead?
Well, he's not getting up. Crowd chanting for one more time. Asking you probably will receive in this type of match.
What's going on here? He should try to pin him. Bring him back to the ringside area.
Balls do count anywhere. Oh. And there goes the set.
What was the purpose of that? I mean, I'm sure they paid a lot of money for this set. This hardcore match has come out here and just destroyed the set. I think they should be fined and suspended, Jeremy.
Well, it was a nice set. But now
we should actually make Penzer go and fix this during the break.
Out to the floor now, and Devon Storm taking the boots to Konnan. Into the protective rail at ringside.
Oh my God, Konnan's bleeding.
Bleeding from the forehead.
I love it. We got blood.
Into the chair. I'm not surprised for 1 second. But if history is any indication, Devon Storm now seizes the opportunity. He's like a rabid dog. When he smells blood,
it's like a little kid like trying to play with toys here, send him some type of dramatic stunt. Get on the guy. Hit him over the head with the stairs. Hit him over the head with the rail. Hit him over the head with the Polynesian phallic god.
Setting up that protective rail now. I can't imagine what he's thinking here.
I don't know.
I'll have flashbacks.
It looks like some type of like a playground that you see that's very dangerous and kids should not stay away from.
Over the head with the trash can lid. Goes for a quick cover. Smart move. Looking to capitalize. 1, 2. And not enough. Big splash. 1, 2. Still not enough. Konnan showing some serious toughness against the former WCW Hardcore champion, Devon Storm, who measures him. Second right hand. Konnan reverses into the turnbuckle. That is caught. Look out, no! Come on!
I love it. Smart move by Konnan. He used Devon Storm's own stupid arrangement against him.
And Konnan, 1, 2.
Oh, what a bizarre pin that was.
Pretty much just slid down, used what energy he had left.
Well, it's kind of like a gravity pin, I'd call it. Oh, he can't get him. Falls count anywhere, Jeremy. He can pin him here. He can pin him in the stands. He can pin him in the toilet. He can pin him in your changing room. He can pin him in David Penzer's changing room.
Falls count anywhere is what you're saying.
Yeah, he can pin him under the ring, but I don't think that people will be able to see it.
All right. Well, the referee sees it, and that's all that matters. Back into the ring now goes Konnan, who's broken, busted open rather, right on the forehead. Brings him in with a suplex. Rolls right over. 1, 2.
Oh, he almost got him.
Both men, seriously, let's take it back just moments ago. This is, oh, connects right on that protective barrier.
Yeah, right on the ass. That's got to hurt.
Konnan now trying to place a chair between the second and third ropes.
Smart move by Konnan.
Well, is it smart, though? Devon Storm set up something earlier, and it ended up backfiring on him. Will the same happen to Konnan? Konnan now. Oh, there it is. Reversal.
Oh, no.
And right into the chair goes Konnan. Konnan, by the way, let's think back to the inception of the World Wrestling All-Stars in a dog collar match with Brian James.
Yeah, Konnan can get violent. He's been in these gimmick matches before.
He's been in 1 or 2, no doubt about it.
And hasn't he been wrestling down in Puerto Rico?
I would have to say his forte, too, strays slightly from this type of match, but showing an impressive outing for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Here comes a clothesline. And nothing but Fozzie Young can do.
Well, there's no rules.
Sit back.
Now he's got the chair.
Watch the carnage and make the 3 count. The official job of the referee in this contest. Sizing up Konnan.
What's he going to do?
Oh, look at this.
On the chair, Northern Lights. No, he did not get him.
Nearly had him. Northern Lights suplex on the chair, a move that Devon Storm has used quite effectively over the years, and while it certainly did not get the pinfall, Konnan looks to be in very rough shape at this point in the match.
Absolutely, yeah. Konnan in a rough go, and I know Konnan's had a bad back. That certainly did not help.
Goes for the trash can lid now. You can see the pain on both men's faces. Oh, right across the back. A 4th time, 5th time.
Boy, he's going back to this now.
And this is when Devon Storm has shown a bit of desperation.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably surprised he hadn't beaten Konnan yet.
And this is where Devon Storm will go to that next level, where he's at his most dangerous.
Uh-oh.
Konnan on top of that protective barrier at ringside. Devon Storm.
What's he going to do? Come on.
Over the top rope.
Gentlemen, the winner of this hardcore contest, Devon Storm.
Coming out on top in this one against Konnan, Devon Storm once again turns it up for the World Wrestling All-Stars. And a falls count anywhere hardcore match. Let's take it out. Chris Sabin and Jerry Lynn later on tonight.
First off, I just want to start out by saying I have lots of admiration for all you people. You get to see the future of professional wrestling, Chris Sabin, in action. Now I know Frankie Kazarian and his happy little wooden friend call himself the future. Come on, I'm the immediate future. And Jerry Lynn, You're so old that you're not even living anymore. You're dying. And Johnny Swinger, I overheard you saying something tonight about destiny and fruition. Let's face it, tonight your destiny will be just like every other night. You suck. So why will Chris Sabin, the NWA TNA X Division champion, also a member of the Elite, the Sports Entertainment Extreme, win this match tonight and become the World Wrestling All-Stars Cruiserweight champion? Because let's face it, I'm great and you're not.
You know, I flew halfway across the world, all the way to Australia to participate in a worldwide tournament. And I walked out of it the WWA Cruiserweight champion. And tonight, in Auckland, New Zealand, right in that very ring, they want to stack the deck against me. Put me in there with 3 young guys and some 4-way. Well, I've been wrestling a lot longer than those 3 combined. And I'll tell you what, I wrote the book on whatever you want to call it, light heavyweight, cruiserweight, X-style wrestling. And tonight, the people will realize why they paid their money to see Jerry Lynn. So after all is said and done, not only will I walk out of there the WWA Cruiserweight champion, but I'm going to become the 3-time NWA TNA X Division champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reckoning continues with this 1-fall, 4-man contest. In this match, both the NWA TNA X Division and the WWA Cruiserweight titles will be on the line. The first man to score the pinfall or submission will win both championships. Introducing first, originally from Buffalo, New York, he now resides in Atlanta, Georgia, and weighs in tonight at 225 pounds, Johnny Swinger!
Coming into this match with a strength and size advantage, Swinger is one of few in this business you could call a young veteran. Wrestling in his 10th year as a pro, Swinger is just 27 years old, and he has made the best of those 10 years wrestling for ECW, for WCW, for NWA TNA. Swinger has been around and is a young veteran.
You heard what Chris Sabin said about Johnny Swinger. He sucks.
The second participant in this contest is from Anaheim, California, and weighs 218 pounds, Frankie Kazarian.
Nicknamed the Future, Frankie, the Future Kazarian, steps into his second World Wrestling All-Stars pay-per-view. Decided to become a pro wrestler at the age of 18 when he met Bret Hart at an autograph session. He went and wanted to meet Bret Hart, said, "How do I become a wrestler?" Bret said, "Go train with Killer Kowalski." And 7 years later, here he is on a very same pay-per-view as Bret Hart, this time competing for the WWA and NWA Cruiserweight Championships. Of course, the NWA Total Nonstop Action X Division title and the International Cruiserweight title from the WWA.
Bret brainwashed him, is what you're saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, the third participant in this contest is from Detroit, Michigan. He weighs 207 pounds and is the current defending NWA TNA X Division champion, Chris Sabin.
Sabin, the youngest of the 4 athletes competing this match, certainly is coming in with the most momentum. Only 3 years as a professional, Sabin comes into this contest fresh off a victory over Jerry Lynn in the Amazing Red on NWA TNA, winning the X Division title and joining Sports Entertainment Extreme. Tonight, this native of Detroit, Michigan will attempt to gain the International Cruiserweight title from the World Wrestling All-Stars, certainly solidifying his spot as one of the top cruiserweights in the business today.
I'm so proud of Chris Sabin. I mean, the newest addition to Sports Entertainment Extreme. I can't be more proud of this guy than I am right now.
And finally, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 212 pounds, he is the current defending WWA Cruiserweight champion, Jarrett Lynn.
Well, what a successful year and what a successful tour already it's been for Jerry Lynn, a 15-year pro debuting for the World Wrestling All-Stars less than 24 hours after leaving the WWE at the Revolution pay-per-view in Las Vegas, and since then has done wonders for the World Wrestling All-Stars in the ring. No doubt about it. Tonight, the veteran of the group returns to the WWA as the Cruiserweight champion. Tonight, Lynn makes his first televised title defense in this four-way Cruiserweight X title match. Now, the X title and the WWA titles are on the line. What a historic night. For the first time ever, these two titles, in fact, two matches, have unification implications.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to make Chris Sabin the favorite, the member of Sports Entertainment Extreme, my group. Jeremy, I heard you're trying to ignore it. You haven't even mentioned it tonight, but Chris Sabin definitely the favorite in this match. I mean, the guy's been called by me. Look at him. Wait, what does he do?
Pick away from Jerry. Now, these four individuals, also very talented, very different styles. Oh, missing time and time again. Kazarian now with him. No. All four.
There we go. Saving over the pin.
Quick pinfalls. Swinger comes in now. Tries. Fails. Drop kick. And that, my friends, is fantastic.
Great action to open it up, but did you notice that Sabin not put himself in too much of a predicament? He's trying to wear these guys down, let them fight amongst themselves and pick your spots. That's the way to win this match. Don't exert unnecessary energy.
These four individuals.
Who are you picking in this match, Jerry?
Well, you gotta go, well, Sabin or Lynn, obviously, with world titles now, with a big reputation for both men. Big shoes to fill, no doubt about it, as champions in the ring ones against each other. This one is really anyone's match, and I'll tell you why. Because quick pinfalls and the way these guys move in the ring, anyone can catch a pinfall at any moment. Over the top rope goes Swinger. Over the top rope now goes Jerry Lynn. Now connects. Swinger drops him to the floor.
Smart move by Swinger. Johnny Swinger, you know, he's kind of the wild card in this match. I mean, he's been kind of unlucky in his career. Really haven't had a big...
Did you hear that?
Did you see that by Chris Sabin?
They call him the future?
Yeah, Frankie Kazarian tries to call himself the future. You know, under normal circumstances, they would settle in the ring, but I think it should be settled the American way in a court of law for copyright infringement.
Well, I'll tell you what, both men have wrestled in different parts of the country as the future. That's their nickname, it's their moniker, it's what they go by, it's what they've been called.
Yeah, but Chris Sabin is the immediate future, and the future's now. The future looks good.
Well, answer that. The future doesn't look so good for Sabin. 1, 2. And a pinfall will end this one. That's as simple as it is. Not elimination. It's just one pinfall, four-way Cruiserweight match for the World Wrestling All-Stars Reckoning pay-per-view from Auckland, New Zealand. Oh, there's a clothesline. Kazarian so impressive. Springboard, leg drop.
Frankie Kazarian looks pretty good. I wonder if he'd be interested in joining Sports Entertainment Extreme. Jeremy's a good-looking guy.
Well, Glenn, you're on a recruiting mission tonight, huh?
Not necessarily, but I kind of like Kazarian's style. He's going toe-to-toe with Sabin, and he looks like Antonio Banderas, so we can work with that.
Oh, look at this. We've seen this before. This is called Back to the Future. 1, 2. Not enough to pin Chris Sabin. Johnny Swinger now, mentioned it earlier, a 10-year pro.
Yeah, Buffalo street fighter. And isn't he related to some professional wrestler guy? Is he like the second nephew or the friend of a cousin of a friend that dates some girl that married some guy?
No. His uncle, of course, the late Tony Cannonball Parisi.
Tony Cannonball Parisi.
Yes.
That's Johnny Swinger's uncle.
It's his uncle.
Well, why isn't he calling himself Johnny Parisi?
Well, he's his uncle. He's Johnny Swinger. He's found his own identity. He's carved his own niche. Pinfalls attempted back and forth by Sabin and Swinger. But, you know, it's very smart match to wrestle that way.
Well, Sabin's trying to get Swinger to team up with him, which is a smart move by Sabin. See, he's young, but he's a ring general in there. And that's the way Sports Entertainment Extreme guys work. We take control. Good job, Sabin.
Swinger, who's been around professional wrestling his whole life, set up rings at 9. Oh, wait a minute. Up from the top. Beautiful cross-body block.
Hey, wait a minute. Are Lynn and Kazarian working together here? That's not fair, Jeremy. Trying to team up. That's not fair.
It's every man for himself. No doubt. Kazarian now met with a kick.
Wow.
Beautiful Hurricanrana by Jerry Lynn. Lynn is so crisp, so solid in the ring, no doubt about it. No one.
Oh, what a shot by Kazarian.
Let's take it back just moments ago. This is very impressive. Jerry Lynn from the top rope, crossbody block, takes out both Sabin and Johnny Swinger.
Whoa, that went over the figure 4.
Figure 4 leg lock applied to Jerry Lynn in the center of the ring.
Smart move by Swinger. Lynn, a more experienced wrestler, he's got a lot of years in him, and you know he's got creaky knees. I mean, those knees give away with that high-flying style.
Jerry Lynn, a 15-year veteran, has seen so many different types of opponents. But
Sabin's going up.
Both men now.
So's Kazarian.
What is this? Well, two different, unique ways to break up a submission maneuver.
Wow, they could have broken his leg. Why did they just jump on the guy's legs and try to snap the leg in half? We could have had a compound fracture right here on live TV with the bone sticking out of the leg and bleeding all over the place.
Well, wait a minute. Referee Fozzie Young has a unique decision to make here. What happens if it's a double pin? No.
Well, the win would have gone to Sabin because he was the favorite in the match to begin with.
Well, referee Fozzie Young certainly has his work cut out for him in this one. The rules are this, very simple. One pinfall gets the win. Crowd solidly behind the veteran Jerry Lynn.
Yeah, why is that?
Over the top rope goes Kazarian. Look out, Sabin.
Good move by Sabin. Look at Sabin. I mean, the guy's not natural in there.
He really is. He's fantastic.
You know, he's put up with all the dirty tactics that these guys are trying to use out there. He's wrestling a clean match. Look at that. Good counter.
Sabin, the X-Division champion for NWA Total Nonstop Action pay-per-view.
Look at the agility. Oh.
Jerry Lynn, a former two-time X-Division champion.
Come on, Sabin.
Beautiful backbreaker. 1, 2. Kazarian makes the save at the last second.
Good move by Frankie Kazarian. I'm starting to like the guy a little bit more as this match goes on, but I'll be honest with you, if Chris Sabin had the chance, he'd knock his teeth down his throat. He's just another pretty face.
I am the coolest person in the world!
What did he just say?
He's the coolest person in the world. Kazarian.
How can he say that with me standing right here, Jeremy?
Recent 0-1 tours faced folks like Masato Tanaka, Otani. Some very tough opponents tonight. Faced 3 very tough opponents. Look at that. Beautiful move. It's a sunset German bridge double pin attempt.
Jeremy, how about this crowd? They're really into the action here. I really like the Auckland crowd. I guess they're fired up from winning that big rugby game last night. But
Indian deathlock being applied now by Johnny Swinger. Submission maneuver. Let's take a look at this. Moments ago, this is so incredible. Sunset German bridge double pin broken up by Johnny Swinger.
Who would have gotten the pin there?
Oh, look at that.
Dragon Sleeper now.
Dragon Sleeper applied by Jerry Lynn while the Indian deathlock's being applied by Johnny Swinger. What's Kazarian doing? Misses, tries it, locks it in, an inverted neck cravat.
Wow.
While the Dragon Sleeper is being applied, the Indian deathlock is being applied. Who will give up? Kazarian decides to turn his inverted neck cravat into a drop, taking out Jerry Lynn, taking out Johnny Swinger in the process, and Sabin not looking too hot as well.
No, Sabin's just getting his breath, Jeremy. It looks fine in there, all right?
All 4 men down.
This referee's counting slower. They're on the metric system here.
Waves it off as Swinger gets to his feet, Jerry Lynn to his feet. Into the ropes goes Jerry Lynn, crowd favorite here, no doubt. Over the top.
Ooh, big right hand.
Swinger now. Guillotine leg drop.
Swinger telegraphed it. Swinger telegraphed it, and Lynn was ready for it. Dropped the leg right across the back of the neck. Good move by Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn now into the ropes. Oh! Was going to go for a high-flying move, but met with a super kick by Kazarian. Kazarian! Superman! Drop to the floor, and the crowd on their feet. And Auckland, New Zealand. Both men down. Boy, that really took out Jerry Lynn. Sabin going to work on Lynn.
Well, hopefully these two have taken himself out of the match. It'll just be between Sabin and Lynn. Come on, Sabin, pin him.
Meanwhile, it's Swinger and
Smart move by
Kazarian
Sabin taking the advantage here.
on the outside of the ring. Lynn being worked over by the X-Division champion. Lynn now over the top rope to the floor. Springboard somersault plancha by the former two-time X-Division champion. Wait a minute. 3 men on the floor. One man
sees the advantage.
One man in the ring, and that is Chris Sabin. Gets a chance to breathe while the other 3 are trying to catch their breath, trying to recover. Meanwhile, Sabin in the ring. Sabin sizing him up. The leap of faith. Chris Sabin takes out Jerry Lynn. Takes out Kazarian.
He almost killed himself, Jeremy.
Takes out Johnny Swinger, and the carnage speaks for itself on the floor. Division champion. Plain and simple. In 3 short years, Sabin has captivated this crowd as a professional, as a cruiserweight, as the X Division champion for total nonstop action.
Well, he should make it worth it. If he's going to do the high risk, he should at least win the match. With great risk comes great reward.
Sabin back in the ring now, works over Kazarian. Sabin now whips Kazarian into the ropes. Meanwhile, Lynn's working over Swinger. Monkey flip. Clotheslines. Lynn and Swinger, they go down. Oh, what is this?
What a match, Jeremy!
Crowd on their feet. Let's take a look at this again. Grabbed him, threw him over. That's a German release suplex from the top rope.
He could have killed him. We've got carnage in there now. These guys are just out.
Fans on their feet here. North Shore Event Center, Auckland, New Zealand. 4-way cruiserweight match. International cruiserweight title, X Division title on the line. Man who gets pinned loses. Man who pins gets both belts. Simple as that. Lynn now. Oh, did you see that?
What a move!
He calls that the bum rush. Kazarian, the wave of the future. Swinger, the Swinger Stinger.
I can't believe Johnny Swinger's going to win. No!
Jerry Lynn now sets him up. The cradle pile driver. Sabin now. Back body dropped. Lynn up for the TKO. Connects.
Stop the pin, Sabin!
1, 2.
No!
Swinger kicks out. On the outside, Frankie Kazarian. Slingshot DDT.
What action! Unbelievable!
Crowd appreciating the incredible effort being put by all 4 men. Very competitive matchup. 1, 2. And Sabin kicks out at 2.5.
What intestinal fortitude by Chris Sabin, a member of Sports Entertainment Extreme. I still say Sabin's a favorite in this match. He's just biding his time, Jeremy.
Lynn with the Cruiserweight title of the World Wrestling All-Stars. Sabin, the current X Division champion. Fans still behind Jerry Lynn, although both 4 men, all 4 have earned the respect of this crowd here in Auckland, New Zealand.
Well, that's just propaganda.
From the top. Wait a minute, suplex. Coming up now, superplex into a powerbomb. Lynn tries.
Oh, Swinger was right on that. Jerry Lynn almost stole one there.
Incredible maneuver. Let's take a look at it again. Lynn connects with a powerbomb to Kazarian, who superplexes Chris Sabin in the process. Swinger now. The moon swing.
Wow. What's that called?
The moon swing. 1, 2. And not enough to pin Jerry Lynn. Chris Sabin now sizing up Kazarian. Oh, look out. He has him up. Oh, there's a backbreaker.
Great move.
He calls that the bum rush.
The bum rush. I like it. It's a good name, the bum rush.
An inverted twisting Sabin breaker that almost puts him away. Look at this. Oh, springboard DDT.
Wow, that almost knocked Johnny Swinger out.
Swinger out of the ring now. Kazarian meets him with another one of those impressive kicks.
Frankie Kazarian, well schooled in martial arts. I like his style.
Kazarian now sizing up the champ, Jerry Lynn. Going for a possible power trip. No, wait a minute. Lynn picks him up. What is this?
Oh my God!
That's gonna do it. 2. Oh, Sabin makes the save. Very last moment. Heads up maneuver by the X Division champion, Chris Sabin. Goes to work now on Jerry Lynn. Swinger on the outside. Kazarian off his feet, recovering. Oh, pulled out the ring now. Swinger goes to work on Jerry Lynn. Meanwhile, Chris Sabin in the ring.
There we
goes
go.
to work on Kazarian.
He's got it.
Oh.
Whoa!
Over here by our table. Meanwhile, in the ring, Kazarian to the top rope.
Good shot, Sabin.
Has
Sabin's in control. He's going to steal it here. Come on, Sabin.
the X Division champion now. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Sizing him up. Here it comes. The future shock. Chris Sabin. 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Chris Sabin is the new 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still X Division champion and new WWE Cruiserweight Champion, the future, Chris Sabin!
All right! Chris Sabin holds 2 belts. Sports Entertainment Extreme is a winner!
Well, so far tonight, yeah, Glenn, a good night for Sports Entertainment Extreme, no doubt about it. As Chris Sabin comes out of the Reckoning pay-per-view, a dual champion.
Great job by Chris Sabin. He's represented Sports Entertainment Extreme in Auckland, New Zealand, now all over the world. Sports Entertainment Extreme well represented.
We've got some replays ready to go, and we could really show about any portion of this match suitable for replay.
What a great match.
Fantastic effort. Let's go back moments ago. Here's how Sabin put him away. The future shock. A variation on the fisherman suplex. Enough to put away Frankie Kazarian and secure the win. Most importantly, securing the WWA Cruiserweight title here at the Reckoning. Chris Sabin, your winner. And congratulations, Glenn. I guess as the leader of Sports Entertainment Extreme, you must be very happy with Chris Sabin tonight.
I'm beaming right now. You kidding? I got to give props to the guys, though. Great match. They all worked hard. Frankie Kazarian showed me a lot more. I didn't really know much about Frankie Kazarian until tonight. Johnny Swinger, you heard it in the promo.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, here is the franchise, Shane Douglas!
Returning to pay-per-view after a lengthy absence, the franchise Shane Douglas, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native, 250 pounds, 6 feet 1, 20-year pro. Trained by Dominic DeNucci alongside Cactus Jack, his track record speaks for itself. Former ECW World Heavyweight Champion. In his first pay-per-view appearance for the World Wrestling All-Stars, the franchise Shane Douglas here tonight. And if you look closely on his right arm,
you don't have to look closely, Jeremy. It's kind of plainly obvious. Yes, he's not dressed around.
Put the bloody damn music!
The franchise has the microphone.
Franchise me!
For those of you that may not know me, my name is the franchise Shane Douglas. For those of you with an IQ not high enough to understand, I am the man that saved professional wrestling in the 1990s. As that piece of shit, Vince McMahon took my sport and turned it into a goddamn cartoon. I went to a small little piece of crap company called Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Fans on the case of the franchise.
And I turned it into a power that saved this business, and you jackasses show no respect to the man that did it.
No doubt carry the banner of Extreme with pride.
You know, in the dressing room, I am widely regarded as the most intelligent man in this business today. So let me take your country on a little history lesson. Rumor has it, New Zealanders love their sports. Hell, last night, Auckland, New Zealand won something, right?
Well, yes, of course it did, Shane.
Yeah, you guys showed what kind of cojones you have in sports. The final champion. Not bad for a little piece of shit company.
Oh, cool.
Not bad for a little speckling piece of shit country.
All right.
Whoa, hey, wait a second. I know the truth hurts, so let's go a little bit further down history lane. You guys defeated the United States to become the World Cup champions. When nobody else could defeat my country, you people did. A guy by the name of Russell Coots, a New Zealander, defeated the United States.
Russell Coots.
Oh, did I hit a raw nerve? You see, What these New Zealanders are booing about, world, as you watch, is Russell Coots, that New Zealander, after he won the World Cup, realized that he didn't like being a New Zealander, so he hightailed it all the way up to Switzerland.
Russell, did he really? When in cahoots.
Why would he leave here?
Beautiful country.
Hey, it ain't my problem, New Zealanders. I come from the greatest country on the planet. You people come from a country that is nothing more than a stepchild of Australia.
Oh boy, that's not the right thing to say in this place.
That's going to get stuff thrown at him.
Yeah, he better have a plane.
You see, the franchise knows how to hit raw nerds. I've done it to Vince McMahon. I've done it to that pencil neck skinny geek named Shawn Michaels. I've done it to Ted Turner. I've done it to Paul Heyman. And God damn it, I will do it to you, New Zealand, and you will like it.
I don't think they're going to like it, personally.
There is one nagging question when it comes to ECW. Who created it? Who took it to greatness? Was it the franchise? Or was it that piece of shit, Sabu? Well, you know something? I suffered a horrendous shut your asses up while I talk. A horrendous, near career-ending injury in Melbourne, Australia.
He did?
Well, look at the cast.
The doctor said, franchise, please. You're a world-class athlete. Don't jeopardize your career for those pieces of shit in New Zealand.
What doctor?
I told those doctors, kiss my franchise ass. I compete when and where I want to.
Now, why would you say that to a physician?
And so in New Zealand, your commissioner failed me and refuses to let me wrestle here tonight.
Did the doctor do a rectal examination on him?
It's about his arm, please.
Well, any New Zealander will get the same thing as your commissioner. I will stick my 12.5 up his ass because tonight, Sabu will get his ass franchise.
Wait a minute, what's he doing? He's not going to wrestle with a hurt arm. He's got a cast on.
He's got a cast on. Wait a minute.
No.
Joey Legend.
I can't allow this to happen. Shane Douglas. I gotta be honest with you, I know more about you platonically than any wrestler on the face of the earth.
Joey Legend?
And when I heard about your injury, to be honest, it hurt me because I wanted to see you knock the crap out of that little punk Sabu. And I understand that you had to actually get in a toilet and be flushed to wind up in New Zealand.
Oh, boy. Our apologies, fans. Comments do not reflect that of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Well,
No. If I sucked, I'd be playing rugby for your lousy country doing the haka.
Come on. The haka, what we kicked off the program with tonight.
well
So shut up, you're embarrassing yourselves.
I want to make it clear, we are proud to be here tonight. These two individuals do not speak for the company.
This is a great crowd.
Nobody knows more. I know you are a 4-time ECW champion. You're a former United States champion. You're a former Intercontinental champion. You're a former NWA World Tag Team champion.
An impressive list of
The
credentials.
list goes on and on and on about your accomplishments. What are you, deaf? Shut up. Shut up. I don't like you. Keep your mouth shut. If you don't, I'll come out there myself and beat your sorry asses. Now, Shane, I know you talked to the doctors in Australia. You talked to the doctors in New Zealand. And by and large, they're a bunch of stunned up witch doctors, so I understand if you don't want to listen to them. But listen to a friend. Listen to a colleague. Listen to a champion. Listen to Joe E. Legend, the man who's better than everyone in New Zealand. And Shane, please allow me to take your place in whooping Sabu's sorry hide.
Well, it's quite an offer.
Sabu tonight set to take on the franchise. Franchise showing up with a cash.
Shane, I will take that lowlife punk. I'll strangle him out with his dish rag on his head. They'll be calling him Jabu for years and years and years. And in New Zealand, in Australia, worldwide, we can be the double threat. What do you say? I've got one question to ask you, because God damn it, I like your style. Will you break Sabu's neck for the franchise? I will break Sabu's neck for the franchise, and I will do it here tonight in front of every New Zealand lowlife here. And every fan worldwide watching on pay-per-view, the medium you made famous. My friend, I bow down to you. He's all yours tonight. Kick his ass. Take him. And tonight, Sabu, you get your ass legendized.
All right, Joey Legend.
He's going to know, Shane, that heroes come and go, but legends live forever.
Lights out. Hang on. That could only mean one thing. The return.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Palm Bay, Michigan, homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, he is Sabu!
And what a track record Sabu has for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Let's go back to a year ago. The Eruption pay-per-view in Melbourne, Australia. Sabu destroys Devon Storm inside the confines of a 15-foot-high steel cage. A barbaric match nonetheless. Time and time again. Let's take it back to this last pay-per-view, Scotland. Sabu coming out on top as well. Tonight, Joe E. Legend, his opponent on the reckoning. And we are being joined here at ringside, and a man I have a number of questions for. None other than four-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion, the franchise, Shane Douglas. Shane?
Wait, before you ask the question, Shane, let me just tell you before what Jeremy was saying, he was questioning whether or not you actually had an injury. He said you didn't have any guts.
No.
You had no balls. He said you were scared to wrestle Sabu, and you're faking injury. He told me not to tell you this, but Shane, I can't just stand here and let that go.
Thanks for giving me a heads up. Let's take the world, take a look at this. A near career-ending injury. You know me.
Yes.
You know me. You know I would never back down from competing against Sabu.
Absolutely not. Of course not. Sabu, you got issues with this guy. I mean, this guy actually thinks that he put ECW on the map? Come on.
He carried my bags in ECW is what he did.
That's a true story, Jeremy. When Sabu first started out, he begged Shane to carry Shane's bags all over the place. But
That's not fine and good, franchise, but what does that matter now? Right now, Sabu is a consummate, dangerous daredevil performer that has shown time and time again, whether it's Legend or whether it's you. He steps down from no challenge.
No doubt about it. And every single time in ECW that challenge came face to face with the franchise, Sabu did not end up the ECW World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, Joe E. Legend has been on a rampage over the last few months in Puerto Rico's IWA as their Intercontinental Champion. Interesting matchup, interesting footnote on this. For this reason, both men are champions for competing rival promotions in Puerto Rico.
Right.
And tonight, Sabu represents the World Wrestling Council, their champion.
Well, let's give Joey Legend some props. And Shane, I know you know talent. Joe Legend, big guy. Obviously,
Huge.
a lot of respect for you, much like I do. Tremendous amount of respect.
Thank you.
This is kind of like, you're giving the guy the shot to take Shane Douglas's spot on a pay-per-view. Do you know how big that is, Jeremy?
Well, certainly no doubt about it, Shane.
Look at him stand toe-to-toe with Sabu. He's backing Sabu into the corner. He's taking the fight to Sabu. I like this guy.
Can you feel it? Are you living vicariously through Joe Legend right now? Can you
I can feel the electricity. I can feel Sabu's sweat on the end of my hands as Joey Legend is nailing him right upside his face.
Can you feel the grease in his hair?
Oh, wait a minute now. Look at that beautiful springboard DDT by Sabu. Does not connect that time.
Yeah, Sabu obviously not the brightest.
Oh, hang on. Takes it to the floor.
Well, let me point something out, and Shane, I think you'll agree with this. Sabu has been known as a suicidal, genocidal, homicidal maniac. Suicidal means the guy wants to kill himself.
Right.
Homicidal means he wants to kill you.
Right.
And genocidal means he wants to kill everybody. The guy's got a killer mentality, but I don't think he has the brains.
Well, in reality, what he killed was ECW, the company that I built.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. He killed it. That's why he's genocidal. He'll kill every company that he works for.
Sabu now. Hip up. Look at that. Oh, connects with the clothesline.
Wow. Incredible agility for a big man.
Joey Legend. He's incredible.
You know that when I'm watching this match, Shane, I can see the franchise in there kicking Sabu in the head right now. I can see the franchise kicking Sabu in the back of the head. I mean, Joey Legend, kind of like your size. I mean, a big, strong man. I mean, this is like you against Sabu in there.
Disco, your vision is 20/20 as always.
Well, unfortunately, or fortunately in this case, I think for Joey Legend, able to step in your shoes, franchise. I got to ask you, how's the arm doing?
I'm in a lot of pain right now, Jeremy. I appreciate you asking.
Sure.
But I can tell you tonight, it was difficult to eat because I couldn't get my fork up to my mouth. But that's okay, because for a franchise, I can sit back and watch Joey Legend whet my appetite as he kicks Sabu's ass.
Franchise, just for the record here, I understand that.
To the floor, Sabu.
Didn't you injure that arm? Weren't you hit by a bus in Australia because they drive on the wrong side of the road there? And if the bus hit you, would have killed a normal man, but you only suffered that arm injury. Got hit by a bus, Jeremy.
All I can say is thank God I'm no mere mortal. Thank God I'm a franchise. I probably wouldn't be in New Zealand. I'd have been airlifted to the United States.
Hold on now. Sabu sets up the chair. To the floor. What elevation. Air Sabu takes off.
Jeremy Boris, you know as well as I do that's an illegal move to the outside. I've said it for years in ECW, and I'll say it here. It is an illegal move to use the ropes in that fashion.
Let's take a look at it again. Look at the elevation. Look at the distance. Air Sabu.
In my opinion, that's where guys like Sabu took ECW and ran it into the ground. Blatant disrespect for the rules of professional wrestling. Just abused them, crapped all over them, and they see that change the style. I see it ruin wrestling, Shane.
And now a table.
Well, I mean, come on, Jeremy. What is the point of bringing a table into a wrestling match?
Slap an armbar on him, Joey Legend. You're really tricking.
Slap an armbar on him.
Sabu doesn't know how to wrestle. Are you kidding? All the guy knows how to do is do crazy dives and somersault plunges and flying aerial and suicide attacks or whatever the hell you call it.
Well, there's a splash to the floor, slows down Sabu. Now, I have to, you didn't give much time to coach Joey Legend in this, but my idea is he's trying to slow down Sabu a little bit, trying to avoid those very dangerous but effective maneuvers.
Trying to slow him down, Jeremy Boris. Take a look, open your eyes. He has slowed that Sabu down. He has grounded Air Sabu. Sabu is in trouble.
This is perfect. Joe Legend is using the exact same strategy that you would have used if you would have been in there. Joe Legend doesn't need coaching from Shane Douglas. You've studied Shane Douglas's style, and he's smart enough to know what to do and when to do it.
Oh, check this out now. This is a
look at him wrenching
straight
Sabu's
submission
neck.
maneuver. Just wrenching the neck back.
I will tell you this, Jeremy, as a blatant fact, I know that Sabu's neck has been broken before in ECW, and Joey Legend is a huge fan of ECW. It is no small surprise he is targeting Sabu's neck.
Smart move. Smart, just like you would have done, Shane.
Brilliant.
I'll tell you what's not so brilliant, Shane. You might want to arrange to get a flight out of here right after this show, after what you said about these great fans in New Zealand.
Oh, believe me, I'm sure you are, Shane. I mean, he can't get out of this country fast enough, Jeremy.
Get him, big man, get him. Break his neck.
To the floor now goes Joey Legend. Sizes up Sabu into the protective rail at ringside.
Sabu's been busted open. He's bleeding. I love it.
Yes, the blood of Sabu is on the hands of the fans of New Zealand now. I love it.
Look out for Legend. He is a four-time black belt. 2 karate, 2 kung fu, all 4 in the Shorin Ryu discipline organization in Okinawa, Japan. Very schooled. Throws some very, very delicious delicious martial art.
Way to scramble his buddies. Yeah. Come on, Sabu. Keep him back.
Yeah, keep him back. Okay. Sabu trying to maliciously attack you and you're not ready to wrestle.
Legend right in front of our broadcast table here is the blood of Sabu.
Get in front of you, Jay. We gotta get him in position. Don't worry about it. You're not in condition to compete right now.
To the floor now.
He's trying to attack me.
Into the rail. Bear with us, gang. Pandemonium here at the broadcast table.
How's your arm?
Blood all over the place.
How is your arm, Shane?
It's throbbing.
It's throbbing.
Now it's throbbing. Look at Sabu's blood on the table right in front of me.
Oh, God. We should get, I mean, has that blood been tested, Shane? Has that blood been tested?
Reveling in the blood of Sabu is the franchise Shane Douglas and
What's he gonna do?
Joey Legend.
He's trying to suplex him under the table on the floor.
Lower your center of gravity, Legend.
Beautiful maneuver by Sabu to bring in Joey Legend back into the ring.
You can't really get the balance when they're, oh, great kick.
Right to the face. 1, 2. Sabu looked to be busted just right above
Shane,
the
I
nose.
don't want you getting too worked up over here. I know you're really into this match, but
Could that referee have counted any more slowly than he did?
I think they're on the metric system over here, Shane, and they count that it's 3 seconds. It's like actually 4 seconds or some type of ridiculous exchange rate.
Good Lord.
That's not true. Look at this. Now, this is very interesting. This is a stretch plum, a modified seated crossface, stretching the neck and shoulder areas. Now, he picked this up in Japan. The move made famous by Toshiaki Kawada in All Japan Wrestling can do serious damage to the rotator cuff.
Who are you trying to get here? I mean, Shane Douglas invented that move.
Look at the damage he's putting on Sabu's neck. The pressure on Sabu's neck.
I love the strategy by Joe Legend. He's definitely been smarter than Sabu here, which is not difficult to do, Shane. But he's using the same type of strategy that you were using. Oh, right back to the neck.
Now, that was effective. Put the chair against the back and just kicked it.
I will tell you this, Sabu, all kidding aside, is one of the most dangerous competitors in the sport today and has been for the last decade. Joey Legend is smart to keep on Sabu. Give him no breathing space.
Come on, shut up. Back in the ring, Legend. Get in here.
He's throwing all his weight against the ring post as Sabu's head, the bloody head of Sabu.
This is great, Shane. I mean, you couldn't really ask for a better competitor to take your place in Joe Legend. The performance.
The Arabian pie face.
Chair. Hey, referee, chair. Disqualify Sabu now.
Well, obviously, both men have taken it to an extreme level. And the referee very, very lenient. Arabian face buster. And you saw them connect.
What type of match is this? Is this an Extreme Rules match?
Not enough to pin Sabu.
Oh, no, the camel clutch.
Goes to work now. Legend submission maneuver. Crowd solidly behind Sabu here in Auckland, New Zealand, Shane.
Come on, Legend, come on. I can tell you what Legend's doing right now. He's using his weight. He's got to take a breather. No better thing to do right now than take a breather, let Sabu believe he has the upper hand.
And notice the way Legend's positioned his body, where Sabu is in an awkward position and having to use those trapezius muscles, which are applying pressure to his neck. Smart move by Joe Legend.
Beautifully pointed out, and unable to cut Joey Legend's hair off.
Legend heads up maneuver, grabs the rope, breaks the move.
Come on, ref, there's a chair again.
And very, very basic, but very effective.
This to me is like, you know, this is not wrestling, Shane. Sabu's not a wrestler.
This official must be from New Zealand. He's got to be. He's letting Sabu blatantly cheat.
Actually, he's from Australia.
Northern Light suplex.
But you know how they are on the other side of the equator? They're just not that, you know, they're not that bright on the other side of the equator.
The blood flows down instead of up.
Right, exactly.
Joey Legend takes Sabu into the corner. Now going outside the ring, taking it back out to the floor.
Very bizarre over here, like the sun rises in the east and sets in the north. You know, it's just all wacky over here.
You haven't been paying very much attention. Sabu, position Legend now. Oh, jumps over the table.
Smart move by Legend, avoiding the table.
I'm going to tell you, this Joey Legend has impressed me. He's impressed me this entire tour, but tonight, he is stepping up to the challenge and proving that he could be the next franchise player in this sport.
Hey, he mentioned possibly forming maybe the new double threat, you and Joe Legend. I mean, I like the guy, Shane. I think the guy could use the rub from you and way better. You're looking for new talent to carry the torch that you play.
I'm always looking for a big man that
that can kick people's asses like Sabu.
Well, no doubt about it, Shane. You've picked a very good replacement here, but I got to ask you, is this the kind of match you would be wrestling? The kind of match that Joey Legend is having right now with Sabu?
Similar, except it would have been 5 minutes shorter. Sabu would be on a stretcher right now.
Here it is, the straight jacket Legend bomb, a modified cross-arm power bomb to Sabu. Not enough.
You know, that would have been, that's where the fans, I think, are being cheated here, Shane, is the fact that you could have stretchered Sabu on live pay-per-view. We could have actually had him be taken out on a stretcher on live on pay-per-view, a crippling career-ending injury live on pay-per-view, and the fans have been deprived of that.
Beautiful point, but one point is Joey Legend is having his first opportunity to show the world how great he is, and he's taking it and using every bit of time he can muster.
Well, he just telegraphed that move and went up top, I think, too fast, Shane.
You're right.
From the top rope now.
Powerbomb.
No.
Powerbomb, like you would have done, Shane.
Come on, Legend, come on! Come on!
Let's take a look at that again. Wait. Oh, two. Now from the top rope. Beautiful.
Wow.
Hurricane Rana. He then followed that up with a rainbow kick.
Yeah, suicidal moves. I'm telling you what, one day Sabu is going to kill himself.
Absolutely.
And that's not good for wrestling, having guys kill themselves up there. He's ruining wrestling.
Goes for just a drop, a splash attempt.
Did you see that size 14 upside the schnoz of Sabu?
Upside the bloody schnoz of Sabu.
Even better.
Look at Sabu bleeding. Shane, can you feel yourself in the ring right now? Can you feel yourself in control?
I've seen this look on Sabu's face many times. He knows he's in trouble. He's getting desperate.
Blocks it. Now look at this. Godzilla.
Nice.
Choke slam into a powerbomb. 1, 2.
Oh!
Sabu breaks it. Instinct. That's what it is.
I thought the count could have been a little slow there. That wasn't a legitimate 3-second count. That was a little slow.
I will tell you this, to pin Sabu, you must beat Sabu into submission. He has a heart the size of that ring. He has a heart the size of Texas. He will not die easily.
Sabu with that chair now draped across his chest. Legend to the top. Goes, oh, and is blocked. Sabu put the chair up on top of his knees and dropped the splash, or prevented the splash from taking place.
How did he telegraph that? Why is the referee still allowing the chair into play?
Oh, that's beautiful. No doubt. 1, 2. The Arabian press, not enough to put away Joey Legend.
What a fast count that time by the referee.
Yeah, there's obviously bias in this match. Joey Legend not getting a fair shake.
Sets up the chair. Here it comes. Here's Sabu. Oh, Legend catches him.
Yeah.
Heads up and over. Legend's been doing his homework. Oh! Right across the chair.
What a move by Joe Legend! Incredible move by Joe Legend!
What incredible strength at this late point of the match to be able to take Sabu mid-air and slam him on the chair is incredible.
Let's take a look at that again just moments ago. Air Sabu caught by Joey Legend and planted right across the chair.
Shane, I don't know if you can do this yourself, but what I'm visualizing is when I see Joe Legend, I see Shane Douglas with the yellow trunks, with the boots, with the F on the trunks. I mean, I'm seeing Joe Legend as Shane Douglas in this match.
Except Shane Douglas would never have turned his back on Sabu like that.
You can't afford to do that. And now,
what is this? Come on, referee.
Legend draped across the table on the outside. Sabu sets up a chair in the ring.
This is trouble. This is trouble.
Yeah, this is trouble.
Sabu. Drop. Through the table.
Come on. Come on.
I didn't catch the camera angle. Did it catch Joey?
Yes, he did, right across the throat. It was a vicious maneuver uncalled for in a wrestling ring.
He didn't just catch Joey, he destroyed Joey. Franchise Shane Douglas, a look of concern. Let's take a look at that again. Sabu connected here. Look at this. Right down.
Oh, come on. That's
Sabu's
sick.
in.
Broke the table actually in 3. If you see this, look at this.
Look at Joe Legend. Come on, he's a brave warrior. The man's a brave warrior. He didn't deserve this.
Sabu's praying to the gods that he prays to for strength. He's digging in deep. I've seen it before.
Well, Sabu at this point in the game, taking the time to recover, now going back out after the, what else is it? Destroyed Joey Legend.
It's sickening. It's uncalled for.
Legend was so intelligent there. He stayed outside the ring away from Sabu. You cannot pin the man outside the ring.
Well, this is where Sabu's lack of intelligence comes in. The move almost took look as much out of Sabu as it did out of Joe Legend.
Two, not enough.
I think Joe Legend has a fighting heart like a Shane Douglas, like a franchise-type heart. He's got a great heart.
Setting him up now. Look at this. Oh, was it going to go for the triple jump moonsault? Blocked by Joey Legend, and Joey Legend got the Arabian pie face for his trouble. 1, 2, and not enough to put away Joey Legend.
Trying to hook him and trying to face plant him on that chair. What a smart move, intelligent move by Joey Legend just now to break up Sabu's onslaught.
What's Sabu doing here? Another high-risk maneuver.
And Joey Legend now has that chair in the corner, goes now for something else, looks for a possible superplex coming up from Joey Legend to Sabu. Blocked. Blocked by Sabu. Just throws that chair with no regard. Here it comes.
What's he gonna do?
Move, Legend!
Come on, Legend!
From the top. Arabian facebuster from the top rope. And Sabu gets the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Sabu!
Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at
His arms hurt my ass. Come on.
His arm is hurt. And what a brave warrior franchise is in there trying to compete with a hurt arm. Look at him.
That's ridiculous. Shane Douglas now. Oh, the cast. That cast right across the head of a warrior that has been taken and
Shane
beaten down and
given
back.
him what he deserves. He's given him what he deserves. He tried to attack Shane here earlier. Shane obviously in no condition to wrestle.
The franchise now. And Joey Legend going to work on the already beaten and battered Sabu.
Oh, look at this. Jeremy, look at this.
Right across the back.
Well, you got to admire Shane Douglas for putting on a performance for the fans that came to see him here on pay-per-view. The man not in any condition to wrestle whatsoever. Gave the fans something after the match. Gave Sabu something he deserved. And let's give props to Joe Legend for a great performance, even while losing.
Well, Shane Douglas may not have participated in any sort of active match tonight, but certainly looks to have won the war as Sabu gets the victory over Joey Legend. But
you can plainly see that Shane was in no condition for physical activity to wrestle. He shouldn't have been competing tonight. Joe Legend picked up the batter for him, held it high, but Sabu cheated and beat him.
Joey Legend, an impressive showing, does not get the win, but it looks like the franchise and Joey Legend have indeed won the war. Not the last we're going to see of that one, I'm sure. Let's go to David Penzer in the ring for a very special introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome, he is the CEO of the World Wrestling All-Stars, Auckland, New Zealand, and the world, Mr. Andrew McManus.
There he is, Andrew McManus, who has brought pay-per-view to New Zealand for the first time, first pay-per-view from Australia, and of course, first pay-per-view from Glasgow, Scotland last time out.
Yes.
And boy, we're happy to have him here.
Yeah, but what a shameless show for the camera.
You know, every now and again, great moments happen in sport. Tonight is one of those moments. I'd like very much now to introduce to you a man who's the true testament to what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That gentleman is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what can you say? A man who was on our very first pay-per-view. A man, Disco, Glenn Gilberti, what can you say about Bret Hart? I've had the pleasure to get to know him very well.
Bret Hart would probably be, if there was like a Hall of Fame in professional wrestling, obviously first vote ballot, you know, I mean,
no doubt.
One of the greatest of all time, arguably, in some parts of the world considered the greatest wrestler of all time, but he's definitely up there.
And not only that, but on a very personal level, what he's gone through.
Oh yeah.
Boy, the only thing I can really say about Bret Hart, when it comes down to it, the one word is class.
Yeah.
Class personified. And tonight, he returns to the World Wrestling All-Stars and has had a very rough couple of months, no doubt, personally with what he's been through. Let's, nothing more to say. Let's just turn it over to the Hitman in the ring.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What a reception. What an absolutely phenomenal reception. To the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Fans on their feet here in appreciation for the Hitman. First time in New Zealand.
Tremendous display of respect for the Hitman.
Took me a long time to get here. Thank you very much. Where do I start? I promised myself that I would just, you know, and I wouldn't come out here and sing any sad songs. I just want to come out and say a few words. I'll try not to take too long here, get too long-winded. It's taken me such a long time to get down here to New Zealand. It's a beautiful country.
Amen.
And you have to forgive me a little bit. It's been a little while since I've been in front of a camera. It's not easy to come out here for me. For me, it's something that I've wanted to do, and I appreciate the fact that the WWA gave me a chance to come out here. In a lot of ways, address fans all around the world. You know, last year when I suffered my stroke, the last thing in my mind was ever coming down here to see anybody. And when Andrew McManus called me a few months ago, I was happy to know that I'd recovered enough that I thought I could come down here and do this. So this is the first. This is the first time I've really come out in public to talk to anybody. And it reminds me of a conversation I had about a year ago, about a month before I had a stroke. I was talking to a guy that was the head of WWE in Canada, and he was talking to me about having seen me on a WWA show. He said that my stock was at an all-time low. Bullshit. And I got news for him, because I don't have stock anymore in wrestling. I'm happily, or was anyway, happily retired, and
Always be the best ones.
you know, yesterday is the 4-year anniversary of the death of my brother Owen. And I know my brother Owen would have been really proud to see me sitting here right now talking to you people. It's been a tough year in wrestling. You know, I lost some good friends. Lost the British Bulldog this past year. Also lost Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. And we recently lost Miss Elizabeth, and I just want to say that they were all really decent people, and we're going to miss them. And I like to think of myself sitting here today that I'm a survivor. You know, I've survived a hell of a lot. Life is short and death is long. And when I was in the hospital, when I had my stroke, I got emails from all over the world. I got them right here from fans here in New Zealand. I got them from people in places like Iraq and Russia and the Philippines. And I like to think that it was for me, I was a world champion, not just a champion. The Hitman was not just some wrestling character that was created in a boardroom by marketers or, you know, writers or anything like that. I'm happy to tell you that I'm a real person. When I thought about coming out here, I was worried what I was going to wear and how I was going to look. And I don't give a shit about any of that. I'm just glad to be here.
Doesn't need to. He's the head man. Fans agree. One of a kind.
Anyway, I'm going to make room for the main event. And I just want to let you all know that I appreciate all your prayers. And I don't want you to ever stop worrying about me or thinking about me. Thank you very much, New Zealand.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bret Hart.
What an emotional moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Bret,
he's been through just an incredible 12 months.
Yeah.
And you're talking about a man who just you know, basically wore his heart on his sleeve for all of us.
Yeah.
It's a real deal. There's no phoniness with Bret Hart. It's just, it's all class. It's all 100% legit. That is the classiest man in the wrestling business.
Yeah. One of the best guys I've ever met in the wrestling business.
We want you to know, yet to come tonight, the World Heavyweight title match will take place. Sting versus Jarrett. We heard from the Stinger earlier, and the comments directed at the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Jarrett. Let's go to the champ
Jarrett,
now.
you're no stranger to big matches, and this may be the biggest of them all. You've held many world titles, but tonight, you've got a chance to do something that very few men in history have done, and that's hold 2 world championships simultaneously.
Scott, you about just did my interview for me, but that's exactly what I was going to say. It's time for me to get down to business. Stinger, you say you're here in Kiwi country, representing you're back in black. You want to represent the blacks? Well, that's fine. Jeff Jarrett is walking into the ring, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and I'm walking out the WWA and the NWA Champion. I'm going to unite the belts tonight.
A true ring general. The NWA World Heavyweight Champion represents the history, represents the prestige, represents the heritage of wrestling's oldest and most historic World Heavyweight title in the tradition of names like Harley Race, Dory Funk, Lou Thesz, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Jeff Jarrett proudly carries the banner of the National Wrestling Alliance on Total Nonstop action tonight. Jarrett puts his childhood dream that he turned into a reality. The NWA World Heavyweight title on the line in the first ever title versus title unification bout here on The Reckoning for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Yeah, well, you know, I've got a very vested interest in this match, Jeremy. I'm the #1 contender for the NWA World Heavyweight title. If Sting beats Jeff Jarrett, hey, I don't care which guy I have to wrestle. Jeff Jarrett, in my book, just a Hendersonville hillbilly. I don't like the guy. I can't stand the guy. And I hope Sting tonight.
He is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. While we have this moment, I want to thank Buck Woodward from OneWrestling.com for his help with tonight's pay-per-view of the Stinger and Jeff Jarrett unification bout for the NWA and WWA World Heavyweight titles. And here it comes, one of the most popular icons in the world of professional wrestling. In Zurich, Switzerland, Sting defeated Lex Luger to win his 10th World Heavyweight title. Tonight, the 3-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion Sting puts his newly crowned WWA World Heavyweight title on the line against a man he has faced before. Tonight, it's the man they call Sting versus the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. It's Stroke versus Scorpion Deathlock. It's the NWA versus the WWA. It's title versus title. Unification bout for the reckoning of the World Wrestling All-Stars. So much on the line. So much at stake in this title versus title unification bout. Jeff Jarrett has held the WWA World Heavyweight title before. In fact, at the Inception pay-per-view, our very first pay-per-view for the WWA, October 26, 2001, Sydney, Australia, it was Jeff Jarrett who overcame the odds and became the WWA World Heavyweight Champion. It was Jeff Jarrett who outlasted 3 other opponents in a one-night tournament to become the WWA World Heavyweight title. Well, since then, Jarrett has gone on to be the NWA World Champion, Sting the WWA World Heavyweight Champion. It's main event time for the reckoning of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, this This is your main event on World Wrestling All-Stars, The Reckoning. A match sanctioned jointly by the WWA and the National Wrestling Alliance. The match, scheduled for one fall, features two current World Heavyweight Champions, with each man putting their respective titles on the line. The victor will become a dual world champion and the dominant force in professional wrestling. Introducing first, from Music City, USA, weighing 235 pounds, a man who has held 5 World Heavyweight Championships and is the current National Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion of the World, Jeff Jarrett.
Well, Jeff Jarrett, obviously not the fan favorite here, and I don't think you would expect to be the fan favorite when you're facing Sting, one of the most popular wrestlers of all time.
And his opponent is from Venice Beach, California. He weighs in tonight at 251 pounds. He is a 3-time NWA Heavyweight Champion, a 6-time WCW Heavyweight Champion, and the current World Wrestling All-Stars Heavyweight Champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sting!
What a reception for the World Heavyweight Champion, Sting.
It's unbelievable, like how all over the world people love this guy. I mean, every country we've gone to, Sting is just, you know, the response has been incredible.
And look at this, a historic moment unto itself in the middle of the ring right now.
What's a historic moment? The guy that has a sign that says Sting will whoop Jeff's ass?
Referee Fozzie Young holding up both the WWA and the NWA World Heavyweight titles.
Oh, that's a historic moment, okay.
They are on the line. Unification bout. One man able to score the victory.
Yeah, what is Jarrett? I got point something out here. What the hell's Jarrett doing with the guitar? The thing's not even tuned. It's missing a string. It's just an obvious weapon. They should take the thing to the back, take the bat to the back, let these guys wrestle, compete in the ring.
Well, Glenn Gilberti in NWA Total Nonstop Action, seen every week, Wednesday nights in the U.S. on pay-per-view, is the #1 contender in Total Nonstop Action for Jarrett's title. Now,
well deserved.
Interesting scenarios to come out of this match. A match with so many ramifications on so many levels, affecting the futures of both companies, no doubt.
Absolutely. A lot of electricity in this building here.
Well, the anticipation has been built so well, so long for this world title match. Both men have been doing just incredible amounts of media since they got here. It has been a swarm. These fans have been so hungry for this world title match. And it comes to a head here, the reckoning for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Well, that was a lot of impact right there. He hit the mat pretty hard.
These two have met before. Very memorable Halloween Havoc match comes to mind, certainly, no doubt.
I don't remember it. When was it?
You weren't on it. Here we go. Shoulder block, down goes Jarrett.
Sting can move. I mean, that's one thing Sting's always been able to do. Tremendous athlete. He can move for a big man. A let's go slap nuts chant started. Let's go slap nuts, they're saying. Jarrett, to think you're a slap nut.
They lock up now. Once again, Jarrett hits the knee, delivers a right hand to the face of the Stinger.
Yeah, those are heavy right hands. I've been hit by Jeff Jarrett before. He packs a pretty good punch for a guy from Tennessee.
Oh, right across. Oh, there it is, the Jarrett strut.
The Jarrett strut, that's absurd. That's absurd.
And now, Jarrett delivers a right hand to Sting. Interesting approach here so far from Jarrett. Wrestling a very smart match so far. Either man really at a disadvantage, both feeling each other out, but a reverse atomic drop there. Boom, and Stinger delivers a right hand.
Sting packs a pretty mean punch too.
And a face plant to the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, who smartly rolls out of the ring for a breather.
I wrestled Sting recently in the main event in Melbourne, Australia. I gave the guy all I could handle and was cheated out of the win at the end. I could beat Sting, but Jeff Jarrett definitely not using the proper strategy here. You got to get away from it. You got to get away from Sting.
They're going away.
This is my workplace. This is my workplace.
blocked by Stinger. Oh, right across our broadcast table. Jarrett now on top.
This is my work area.
On top of the broadcast table here. And is met with a right hand to the red basket. Stops Jarrett in his tracks. No. Oh. Good Lord. Right across our broadcast table.
Get him in the ring, referee. Get some control here. This is a title match. Well, I'll tell you what, I got some serious words for these guys when we get back to the back. You don't come out here and ruin my work area.
All right, number one contender. Here we go. Right hand to the face, to the forehead, rather, of the NWA World Champion, Jeff Jarrett. Stinger now in the corner. And the 10th is a low blow by Jarrett.
I gotta admit, smart move by Jarrett. Sting left himself open right there, and Jarrett sees the advantage. Jeff Jarrett a lot smarter than I would probably give him credit for. I mean, he's not as smart as I am, but he's a seasoned competitor. He's wrestled almost everybody there is in the business.
But yet continues to showboat and isn't afraid to do it. A cocky ring general.
Well, you know me. I've always been the type of focused competitor in the ring. You know, I don't like showboat. I get the job done. I'm serious.
Into the corner now. Ooh. And again, Jarrett capitalizing on the situation, capitalizing on a stone Stinger.
Right now, Sting's on Queer Street and liking it.
Clothesline takes down the WWA World Champ 2.
No.
And not enough to pin Sting.
Yeah, you're not going to beat him with a clothesline for crying out loud.
Interesting to note, both men along the way have held each other's titles. 3 times Stinger has held the NWA title.
But what is Jarrett doing right here? He obviously can't pin the guy. You got to wear him down more. I'll tell you what Jarrett's problem is I'm in the guy's head. He's got me breathing down his neck and he can't focus.
Well, right now he has all he can handle with the Stinger. Trying to outpower Sting, but Sting now rolls it up. 1, 2.
Oh, it almost got him.
And doesn't quite connect with that. Doesn't quite get the pinfall. First pinfall, first man who wins.
Jarrett's still maintaining a pretty solid advantage here. Got to give him a little bit of credit.
An epic bout here for the Reckoning. From New Zealand for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
I'll be honest with you, if Jarrett wouldn't have wasted his time showboating the corner, doing that stupid strut, he might have already beat Sting by now. But I think Jarrett wasted a lot of time. He's going to come back to haunt him.
This is the elbow, but it gets the sleeper.
Oh, he got a sleeper.
Jarrett has used this move for most part of his career. Been very effective every time out.
Yes,
no doubt about it.
Cuts off all knowledge flow to the brain when you clamp down across the carotid artery.
And right now, Sting faces.
But let's be honest, Jeremy, it's a chokehold. It's a chokehold. You're choking the man.
Referee Fozzie Young checking in to make sure that is not a chokehold. Fans solidly behind Stinger on their feet. Rallying for the World Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion. Stinger to his feet. One elbow. And again. A third elbow. Stinger picked up Jarrett. Stinger slam. And the Stinger splash that does not connect. Both men now down. Both men faced.
Sting telegraphed that. Sting telegraphed that.
Both men getting an opportunity now to recover from what they've been through already. Throwing everything they have at one another.
But what happens if they both get counted out? If they both get counted out, who's the champion? Me?
Well, referee Fozzie Young, final decision here. Jarrett to his feet first, grabs Sting, throws him into the ropes now. Ducks the clothesline. Stinger comes back, ducks the clothesline again. Oh, they meet in the middle. Jarrett.
Oh. I think he did that on purpose, Jeremy.
Stinger was
Sting's done that in too many matches to not do that on purpose.
Delivers possibly an inadvertent headbutt to the nether regions.
Well, I doubt the inadvertence of that move.
Once again,
but
both
it's not
men
like
down.
Jeff didn't deserve it.
Jarrett now to his knees, Stinger to his knees. Waves out the count. Jarrett in the corner, here comes Stinger, splash, does not connect, but Stinger able to catch himself. Jarrett goes for the guitar.
Oh, Jarrett's gonna try and get himself disqualified.
Stinger has the bat in his hand. Blocks the chair, rather blocks the guitar with the bat. Stinger with the bat. Stinger with the bat to the knee, to the leg. And right across the back.
This is the title match. Referee's allowed him to go. Jarrett tried to cheat first.
The guitar used, the baseball bat used.
The referee allowed some levity here, and I like it.
Stinger splash coming up. Here we go. In the corner goes Jarrett. Stinger sizing up Jarrett for a second. Stinger splash. Oh, wait a minute. Referee Fuzzy Young in the middle.
Oh, what a stupid move by the referee. Completely out of position.
Jarrett knew his time was up. Stinger coming up. Scorpion Death Drop. Wait, come on.
Wait, what is going on here?
What is this? Joey Legend in the ring. Rick Steiner blocks the guitar. Steiner now. A right hand to Joey Legend.
What was Joey Legend doing? Is he paid off by Jarrett?
Steiner now going to work on Joey Legend. Stinger splash to Joey Legend. Stinger splash to Jarrett. Over the top rope goes Legend.
What's Rick Steiner doing out here?
And the dog face gremlin. Oh, Stinger. Here with a drop kick. Puts on the Scorpion Deathlock to Jeff Jarrett. Meanwhile, the dog face gremlin Rick Steiner. No, come on. Why in the hell?
What did he do that for? Rick Steiner and Sting have been longtime friends.
Rick Steiner has double-crossed Sting. 1, 2, and 3. You're kidding. Come on.
You kidding me?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, still NWA Heavyweight Champion and new WWA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Jeff Jarrett.
You have just witnessed world title history. Jeff Jarrett, who has shown time and time again by any means necessary, including Rick Steiner, the longtime friend of Sting, coming down on behalf of the NWA World Heavyweight Champion and now unifying the belts.
Does that mean that I am now the #1 contender for 2 separate titles, Jeremy?
Jeff Jarrett stands on top of the mountain. The new WWA World Heavyweight Champion, the NWA Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Jarrett, the unified World Champion, here tonight in Auckland, New Zealand, for the reckoning of the World Wrestling All-Stars. Jarrett, with the NWA and the World Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight titles in his hand, in his possession, walks away from Auckland, New Zealand, the unified World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, well, that's fine with me. That's fine with me because that means I'll just beat Jarrett for 2 belts. He had to use Rick Steiner. He had to use Joe Legend. He had to use a guitar.
We're out of time from Auckland, New Zealand. For Glenn Gilberti, I'm Jeremy Borash. Thanks for watching The Reckoning from the World Wrestling All-Stars.